Hi, my name is Frank Menges and I'm a USGTF Master Instructor. Today we're here at River Downs Golf Course in Finksburg, Maryland, and today we're going to talk about chipping. I like to use different clubs for different yardages, but keep the same swing. Some guys have different thoughts on this. Some guys use the same club for all their shots around the green, like a 7-iron or 8-iron or 9-iron, pitching wedge, whatever. I find it much easier to have one swing and just change a club. And I do that within, say, 10, 12-yard increments, depending how far away I am. So in this particular shot I have right here, I'm about 18 paces, 18 yards from the pin. Then I'm off the green. So I'm going to use a sand wedge, which I normally hit around the 18 pace mark when I come back to right about here, right about the height of my knee. So we'll show you basic setup on a chip shot that I like to use. One, the ball position, I like to play it off the heel of my front foot. Where you say, well, a lot of people play it in the back. Well, I open my stance too, so when I open my stance like this with my feet pointing to the left of target, the ball looks like it's off my back foot. Whereas in reality, it's really off the heel of my front foot. So it may look like I'm playing it back, but I'm actually not. Now, the other key things here on chipping is making sure that your weight is forward, preferably on your front foot. I'd say about 75% of your weight. I like to get my sternum in front of the ball. And my hands are in front, usually like mid-thigh, right around the crease of my pants. And then I take the club back to approximately knee height and keep it low as I come through. I don't bring it up real high, because I'm also afraid of double hitting up here too. Now, the other key part of chipping is this left wrist. The left wrist has to be firm through the hitting area. It cannot break down like this, where you get that cupping in the left wrist. You do that, that'll cause you to scull the ball where the leading edge of the club hits in the center of the ball and scoots it across the green. So that's very important. That left wrist is probably the key to hitting really good crisp chip shots. So again, we'll set up, weight forward, hands in front, club back to here. Now I like to hinge my wrist on the backswing. Some people have trouble with this because when they hinge here, a lot of times they'll hinge coming through and try to scoop the ball, try to lift it. And that's where you run into trouble. So what we want to try and do here is, when we come down, we unhinge, but we keep that left wrist firm. The club head never passes our hands like this. The club head always stays behind my leading hand. So there's also two ways of chipping. One is this way, where I hinge my wrist, come through and hold the release. The other one is chipping like you putt, which is not a bad way to chip. And that would look like this, where I use a putting stroke and just keep my wrist nice and firm the whole time. There's no hinging back, no hinging coming through. Excellent way to chip. The difference between the two is, one, when you cock your wrist and come down, you actually generate a little bit more club head speed and you get a little more spin on the ball. Whereas with the putting stroke, you don't quite get as much spin, you get a little bit more roll. So I have 4 balls placed up here in 10-yard increments. The first one being 18, the second one 28, 38, and 48 yards. And I'm going to use various clubs. I'm going to use the sand wedge first, the pitching wedge, the 9-iron, and then the 8-iron. So I'll go ahead and set up and hit this first shot. This is the 17th hole at River Downs, and it's a par 5. Green's fairly big, and it's got just a little slope to it. So I'm going to aim just a little bit right at the target. Get my position, hands in front, make sure I'm lined up properly. That's another thing, key on alignment. Alignment, I do this for every shot. I always draw that straight line back from the club, back from the flag to my ball, if that's where I want to aim. Now, if I think this ball is going to break to the right, I may aim maybe a foot to the left of the hole. I'm gonna draw that straight line back to my ball and pick out a spot on that same line. Something, piece of grass, something, a mark on the green or whatever. Something I can see, pick out and line up my club face to make that alignment. So I'll step in. I see a little piece of grass right here with a little dark brown on it. I'll line my club face up to that, and then I'll set my feet, and then I'm ready to go. And that's within 2 or 3 feet, so that's not a bad shot from here. So now we'll do the one that's just a little further. Right around the 28 pace mark. Still going to have a little left to right break on it. So I'm going to get my alignment. Probably aimed just between the ball that's up there and the flag stick. Then I'm going to set my club face and then my feet. Remember, I'm going to take it back just to here. Try not to go with a flag stick up here. I want to keep it low, around knee height, and come through and keep it low again. But I'm going to accelerate through as I hit the shot. So here again, different club, same swing. Good result. Okay, now we have that 38-yard shot. Still no trouble in the front here, so I can pretty much run it up there. If there was a bunker here or something, that'd be a little different now. But with this particular shot, I have a clear field right up to the flag, so I can use my 9-iron, get my alignment. Got my spot. Weight is forward, hands are forward. And that's pretty close. So you can see it's much easier to have one swing and change your club than it is to have one club and have 5 to 7 to 10 different swings. So now we'll go back and do the 8-iron shot. Okay, so now we have approximately 48 yards. So here again, I'm going to aim a little left of the flag, get my alignment, got my spot, hands in front, weight forward. Okay, that one went maybe a little too far than I wanted to on that left side, but still not a bad shot from back here. So, good luck with this. Like I said, it's a lot easier to have one swing and change your clubs than it is to use one club and have 10 different swings.